Hi, I'm Linda Deir. Welcome to Linda's Weekly Guided Insights, a weekly gift of guidance on navigating the uncertain world you are now living in, published every Tuesday since 2014. In this episode, the guides talked about you live in a world of fear. Many years ago, my guides told me most people will die having lived fear-based lives. This is only possible if people don't realize they are living in fear. They are living in fear all the time, every day. In fact, fear is such a strong trigger that media and marketing use it to devise ways to get you to buy what they want you to. This conditioning goes all the way back to your childhood. Your unconscious obsession with fear makes you easy to control because it defeats your ability to think clearly, independent of fear-based programming. Thinking clearly requires you to be calm, not consumed with fear. That's why fear is a consciousness killer. It forces you to do and think things that if you remained conscious could have never happened. The fear in the world has built up to dangerous levels. Everyone can feel it, which makes them fearful of what will happen next. So, of course, this only adds to the fear. Fear prevents you from trusting yourself, doubting every decision you make. So how do you break free from the stranglehold that fear has on you and the negative effect that it's having on your life? It starts with identifying your fears, and most importantly, writing them down. Until you write these fearful feelings down in your journal, they will continue to overpower you. However, once you see them outside of you on the pages, you will begin to have power over them, because for the first time ever, you will be able to clearly see what they are. This is the beginning of getting your life back, the return of your personal power and better judgment. So let's see what the guides, like always, let's see what the guides have to say about you live in a world of fear, especially now. And here they go. A new world will unfold when you tell yourself the truth about what controls you. A very important and overdue writing. They want you to write about it. They want you to write in your journal. That's what these are. These are the journals that my guides and I together co-created for you to perform on this. You must visit with us once a day. Write for 15 minutes what you are fearful of. What's the worst thing that you can think of? Write that down. You and us. Talk when you will be writing. They're talking about, okay, here's what they're saying. They're saying that you're going to be having, excuse me, a conversation with your guides. It's going to be like a wavelength that keeps going. It's going on. It's going on. People used to, when you were a little kid, they would say, "Who are you talking to?" You know, who are you talking to? You were talking to your guides. You were having this wavelength, this conversation that was going on all the time. And you were confronted with it from the people in this world so much that you finally gave up. You pushed it down and said, I can't be talking to you guides because they think I'm crazy here. I remember what this was like. My book Guided, I talk about these things, all right? And that's what they're talking about. They're talking about this wavelength that you have between, and it's a conversation, and you'll think it's you thinking and having this conversation with yourself, but you're having a conversation with your guides and yourself and your higher self. It's a whole thing going on, okay? And that's why it's so hard to capture it. You need to write this stuff down when it comes through. As you write, I call it, the guides will infiltrate your writing. It's how they infiltrate your writing when they merge with you. And then your writing just gets so much better and clearer, and everything clears up in your life, you guys. I'm a writer. I can tell you that that's what happened for me. Okay, here they go. Ways to get to your most pressing concerns will unravel through your writings. It will light up the room. You do this in a quiet place where you're alone when you do your writing. It's sacred. You will have understandings and knowledge when you continue to do this. It will heal you. You are your own guru. We are with you to access wisdom that was unavailable to you before. We heal you when you need it. We guide you when you hear it. We speak to you when you write. You just need to do it. So that's how you're going to get through the fear that's just rampant throughout the world right now. And it's coming to a crescendo, isn't it though? And it's not helping anybody. It's really not. Write in your journal, flush this out, get it out of here and onto the pages. Tell yourself the truth. Get down to this issue about fear. It's the core consciousness killer. It's the number one. And you want to be conscious. We're coming into consciousness, not unconsciousness. That's the old world, the one that will soon be a thing of the past. Okay, I just hope the road isn't too rocky in getting there. You don't have to worry about that outer world. Work on your inner world, because that's why you're here. You're here to live your best life. And fear is a consciousness killer. It doesn't give you a life at all. So let that go. Do your writing. Get it out of here on the pages. Tell yourself the truth. And then review what you wrote and listen to what's coming through and write that all down. That great guidance. Before you know it, you're going to have harnessed this guidance. You're going to be on top of the world, you guys. You're not going to believe how calm and awake you're going to be. That's not something fear will ever give you. Okay, it's the opposite. You'll know if you're doing well, if you're on your path, if you feel like I just explained it. And if you're not on your path, you're going to feel stifled. It will be more stifling when fear does come through occasionally than when you used to feel it all the time. And that's what's going to make you so keenly aware that it just happened, and how to work through that. Okay, you don't push it away and you don't pretend it didn't happen. You write about it. You write about it, and until you see why you fell into that just for that moment. Okay, you have help. You are never alone, and always being guided.